Initially limited, totally killing it, chilling.
Transcending to the extents that revels their profound bondage, combined to what was induced by their imaginary rivals' sustained ownage. Grinding the gears till thinking becomes a reminiscence, exiting mental stance and combining motoric condolences to magnify on what's in need for survival in order to know your own resonances. Jaw lock, eyes twitching, voices unrecognizable. Focus on withstanding the urge to kill, switching from where you try to survive in time to proceed. Fighting is motoric, but psychology is substance, and word liminal memory derives what is soon to be forgotten again. Differentiation in need for processing sin and virtues that were taught and trained, trying to maintaining it. Impulses of speaking truth seem to be universology, solving some riddle or equation with later having some rhymes describing it. Group dynamic later lets the theory become less, dissociate, preventing to hide in inflicted ways. Even though you know all sins, the devil sparks joy subliminate. Crime won't really pay off when you can emphasize on doing the same legally. People tend to be traumatized and later they learn about neurochemistry. Forceful wording without working is a countermeasurement. Either you traverse to the point or limit cap your own performance capabilities. Flaws followed by being less rational and proportional entered a level of compulsation while investing the coins in it. Time will tell, reincarnation is a sweet lie when you want to describe something that's proof. Locked in the booth, hurting to be a dude who isn't doing due, being abused. Born in a privileged way, no handicaps, no loss of human resources before a certain age. Be a demon and get cones till shit, be an angel and never run out of ideas. Solve the lack of immune system or causing fear in others by radical memory patterns occurring on reality per time point. Don't get jumped on while not being prepped for. Prevent overcoming intellectual emotions like hatred, fear, agony and suffering, visualizing it, hearing it and committing on it like a struck of a flash. Metrosexually projecting it on hunting and collection instincts. Stealing is learning except when they drag your digits to supply their ignorance with bliss. Prohibited, permitted and strictly disclosed on saying it a taboo. Cool juice and sticks to chew. Evidence since a past time flows on top from time to time, wanting somebody to exchange their past view to the current new. Forsaken but fertile streaks leading to a higher energy, dissolving your brutality in something imaginable. There aren't many things keeping you awake when you don't know how to prevail. A strange loop calling up, please enter for when the segments make up some evolutional in your DNA. Synthetic DNA will soon produce itself safely, while humans leverage it to withstand. Putting soul into monsters might result in catastrophe.
Crime won't really pay off when you can emphasize on doing the same legally. People tend to be traumatized and later they learn about neurochemistry. Forceful work.
The ones keeping the active protocol, giving the quantum entanglement mutually enhanced thinking processes. Words coming up, others say. You mention things that simply cannot have been said some other day. Wounds of our brothers and sisters, drag yourself to speak up without order and logic. Streamlined to prophesize, working ethically and beautifully supervised. No time to rehearsal, just freestyle on messages in your gut feeling. Cause you could be talked into shutting just my psychological dying from time to time. Mind blowing why you cannot figure it out alone. Cause you have been stealing before you produce something that others needed as a clone of the beautiful guidance and forcing you to be outblown. If you get stuck in describing metaphorical or psychological, you won't escape in the motoric mode. Dual mental mode being thrown. Yeah.
Real life is pressure, a time gap to be measured. Adaption and associations vastly understood. To be speaking truthfully without hesitation. Look, time has elapsed, you are behind, cause you chose to not choose the microscope and dimensional side in a losing embryoment, making you generate combined and elaborated mixture of humanist and haterist stats. Yo, I'm speaking facts, checkmate boy, no checks. X my shit, then relax, I'm smelling you. But today you don't even do that no more, so stop trapping. Heart rate still sparking joy, no need to peek and fast forward. Ejaculation of long forgotten elements a brain generates, sounding like an unlogical shizo, making up imaginary technology and friends. Yo, diamond rail, nuclear combustion, star streaking, the weak to rubber band your ship. My maths are weak, that's truth, my commands are somehow like some major general wanting to manipulate you into the higher cause later, elevating on me and you. No land of the free, no part of the bear, no hits today, just a list of people I really try to maintain. Enabling the options again, it was long forgotten, cause nobody thought somebody searched for some individual trait that leads to faking your way. Point blank rage, I'm in radius hatred, transformative circulation, the coil is loaded low and dense, a stance simulating a serious distraction from joining the starving and low development of social skills, wanting to relive that performance from back in the day that you can only portrait. Yeah, can only portrait. The ones keeping the active protocol, give in to quantum, integral it mutually, hands thinking processes. Yeah, the ones keeping the active protocol, give in to quantum, integral it mutually, enhanced thinking processes. Run skipperly back to pro-code.
The setup is written, the tracks are digits, the house is bypassed by a locksmith, the lanes are counterintuitive. My arsenal is reliable, friendships decided, SWAT is surprisingly unfightable, tech was deniable, gaming still viable, precision admirable, theft not buyable, trick shots tend to be disguised, car chasing, car race like to be mapped by adrenaline, flooded going brain rhymes, roundabouts for fun, four-wheel doer pump gunned, assumptions proven wrong while carrying on result in fake flaws and sin. Else it's unlikely to be networked, since it was meant to fulfill the memorial cutoff. Know your soul for the setup, given association cycling. A cool cup speaks volumes, a caretaker rivals, a supreme leader splits, a humanist resists, a hater gives in, a neutron star is describable. A setting can be individual, fight, flee or die, decide, feel resilient, wise, be loaded and loaded off, odd, truthful, less manipulative, forspoken, less distance, differentiated. Prove it wrong, rip the shit. Jesus won't do your work, he welcomes you afterwards, headed for hatefulness, guided to withstand it, and then find the ratchet solving it. A God is less schizophrenic, a brain is not damaged, remembering segments. The wise aren't always running, the dumb aren't always gunning. The prophets are superior, the mentors lecture are inferior. Manhunt for centuries by entities isn't realistic. They are somehow not being silent, on others hiding. I cannot lose the temper, I still don't know anybody turned it for ambush. Streaking causes clicks, imperfection, download and you vanish. One time pull up, exiled witnesses aren't crowded for retardness, except if they wish to prove the wrong, while the others feel mentally fought. Do enrichment will live on, some mind end up confidential, some participants were extraterrestrial. Simplistic isn't perceived, telekinesis speaks to the inner thief. Rudimental occurrences are redeemed, a flight reveals what others can't see. The nights can cause tragedy, the days with the setup are long gone. The days with fear, anger, hatred and suffering, dialed in by humiliation, caused by a strict mindset of evil seeds, growing vividly, need the minus coordinates, traverses to real energy, sniffing and identifying, can find an end, supervising, examining and relying, or eliminating, can find an end, replacing the first with the second, and vice versa, mind drag it to the left, whatever sleepwalking, the less versatile the weapon, the more it's a countermeasurement, or applicable
built for only one task, matched with dark mask, or else it's inconsistent. Red light indicator shows so much more. Cody and Rex Lex live, sometimes a side next door. Even a rich is capped to a limit. The entrance seems to have an endscape path. Detailed manufacturer, leave my willingness to trust the process. Ain't composing based on threats, cause my threat provided by rehearsing architectural systems improved my synthesis and overall stats. But stand, it's getting serious. Moving to the hood.